it is incumbent upon the court to ask the prosecutor why there is a delay in furnishing information which the state requires to proceed with. But I found an interesting case concerning that aspect. It's the case of S. van Heijsten, 2004-2, SACR 478, Cape Province. It's by Justice Traverso and Van Heerden. It concerns a review application which came before them, which was occasioned by the fact that there were some delays concerning a particular accused who had to undergo some observation in terms of the Mental Health Act. But the observations are apt in this case. This is what the ratio, which I extrapolated from the case, says. It says Section 342A, 3C of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 77 does not require a formal inquiry to be held, nor that a formal finding be made, meaning if the judge decides to investigate what has caused the delay. If the presiding officer inquires as to the reasons for a request for a further postponement and concludes that a further postponement would lead to injustice, that is sufficient. Section 342A merely providing guidelines for factors which the court should take into account. It is the duty of the prosecutor to ensure that all relevant information is placed before the presiding officer. It must not be left to the accused to do so, meaning to the defense also. The duty to ensure that justice is done during court proceedings rests on all the officers of the court, Mr. Mgomezulu and his colleagues also. The duty is not confined to the presiding officer or the state only. Because if the state doesn't place all relevant facts before this court, justice can never be done or to be seen to be done. Because all of us are officers of this court. If there are serious problems concerning the proceedings being protracted for objectively reasons which are reasonable, the schooling for the tautology, then the defense also has a duty to assist the state in inquiring what is causing the delay. Because the defense is here to see that justice is done. They are defenders of their clients, but ultimately all of us are here to see that justice is done. So this case basically says point taking is okay, but at the end of the day, justice should be done to prevail. Okay. Yes, Mr. Sibande.
As the court is minute. I would proceed from exhibit EEE4.
EEE4.
That's correct, my lord.
Okay.
It's an affidavit, 2-page affidavits.
Yeah.
Reading first arrest case 636 of 10/2014. Affidavit, affirmation in terms of section 236 of section 1 and subsection 2 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977 is amended, paragraph 1. I, the undersigned Kingine Bulelwang with ID number, do hereby state that I am in the service of Nedbank Limited, bank as defined in section 1 of Act 51 of 1977, herein after referred to as the bank. Paragraph 2. I have examined the accounting records, the entries herein and or the documents of the bank mentioned in the annexures hereto. The attached copies of the entries and or documents set out in the annexure, which are attached hereto, are correct copies of the said entries and documents of the bank. Paragraph 4. The said entries have been in the usual and ordinary course of the business of the bank, and or the said documents have been complied, printed, obtained in the usual and ordinary course of the business of the bank. I know and understand the contents of this statement. I have no objection in taking the prescribed oath. I consider the prescribed oath to be binding on my conscience. Signed, and there's a signature there. Signature of the deponents, and also there's a signature of the Commissioner of Oath, and also there's a commissioning stamp by Dion van der Westhuizen of Nedbank Limited. And then page 2. That's first of all, 636 of 10/2014, annexure to sworn statement in terms of section 236 of Act 51 of 1977. And then in brackets, exposition of attached accounting records and documents, close brackets. ID number 90120226197083, not line records found. ID number 86012159338083, ID number 86012159338083 is registered for Mr. Muzika Ukulelwa Stemba Sbia, but not ID number 601259338083. Current account number 1032226854. Opening documents for the current account number 1032226854. Biometric identity remediation document for current account number 1032226854. DH badge electronic identity verification document for account number 1032226854. Identity document for account number 1032226854. Proof of address of account 1033266854. Statement for the current account number 10322226854 for the period 7 April 2014 to 18 July 2015. The document starts.
Wait, I don't understand. You were saying what? You are saying the defense is saying what?
On the last appearance,
Yeah.
Advocate Mr. Mngomezulu indicated that this information is cooked, and as a result, they're not going to admit this. However, at this stage, the impression that I got today is that they have no objection to it being admitted at this stage, my lord. I think Mr. Mngomezulu can take the point further.
Confirm, my lord.
In terms of what? Section 220?
It's in terms of section 220.
Yes, okay. So ordered then.
As I cut this, my lord, I'll just proceed to place the information for the period of July 2014 to 28 November 2014 only, my lord, on page 47. 0322266854, terminal number 3557. Transaction description is cash withdrawal. Card number 5050493100287377273. Amount 600. Cash completed shows 0. Incorrect PIN. Shop 111. Completed amount 50 rands. Approve or complete. Shop number 11A and B. Naledi S. First Floras VTZA. Merchant type is an ATM. And B. Naledi S. First Floras VTZ. And then machine type is an ATM.
Sorry. As I understood you, you say Mr. Mngomezulu is not disputing this.
He's not disputing this, my lord.
Am I correct? You don't have to read it then. If it's admitted in terms of section 220,
As a court, please, my lord.
then the exhibit must be given a number, because it doesn't make sense. If he admits everything here, you want to read it again. If it's admitted in terms of 220, it becomes evidence.
As a
But
court, please, my
maybe
lord.
you want to say the only transactions which were not made in Johannesburg, they reflect to Lundi, Nongoma, or KZN. But all the transactions here are either in Joburg or Vosloorus, except 1 or 2, as I say, which are in Nongoma or KZN.
That is in order, my lord. Then I can proceed to.
Yeah, because otherwise, really. It's
I'll
like
then
collecting
proceed to
raindrops.
Exhibit EEE6. It's in relation to accused number 5. I've already discussed the document
So it
with
will be
advocate
EE
6.
6.
That's correct, my lord.
E6.
I made a copy available to the court as well. made it available to Advocate Mshololo as well, disclosure. And my colleague has indicated, my lord, even on the previous appearance, that she will admit to the document in terms of section 220 of the Criminal Procedure Act.
That's on behalf of number 5.
That's correct, my lord.
I confirm that, ma'am.
Yes, I confirm, my lord.
Yes, sir.
I'll move to a new exhibit, my lord. Exhibit EE7 from Standard Bank. I'll make the copy available to the court once more, as well as Exhibit EE8. I'll make them available to the court.
Thanks.
EE7, my lord, is in relation to accused number 1, and it starts with the 236 statement. May I proceed to place the contents of...
Is this disputed?
It's not in dispute as well, my lord. That's the impression that I'm getting, my lord. Then can it be admitted as such in terms of section 220 as well, exhibit EE7?
Mr.
Confirm.
Confirmed. Okay. So admitted.
EE8, my lord, is an ABSA record on behalf of accused number 5. I've also discussed it with Advocate Mshololo previously and today as well. It is not in dispute as well, my lord. May the defense also confirm.
Yes, Ms. Mshololo, do you confirm?
Confirm, my lord.
Okay. So ordered in terms of section 220. Yes, sir.
My lord, I think that will then bring to the end of the presentation of the bank statements for today.
Yes, sir.
My lord, I do not have any other evidence to lead at this stage other than this presentation of these bank statements.
Are you saying we must adjourn?
Unfortunately, my lord, we have to adjourn. I don't have any other witnesses that are lined up or any other evidence to present at this stage.
Yeah, but just for the persons in court. The state has brought, I mean, let's guess how many pages are here, all the statements? Okay. 150 pages of minute delineation of transactions which are allegedly effected or executed by some of the accused here. So this court finds it unnecessary if there is an admission that the said accused actually agree that they have transacted these amounts reflected on all these pages at Nedbank, Standard Bank, etc. It's not necessary to go each and every day because apparently we know you have about sometimes more than 20 transactions a day. Right? So if there's an agreement on that, it curtails the trial. So maybe I shouldn't blame the prosecution for not having extra witnesses today. So what are we doing tomorrow then? Yes, sir.
As the court pleases, my lord, from my understanding on Thursday is that Mr. House will only be available on Wednesday. Yes. So for tomorrow, there was no witness that was planned for tomorrow, my lord.
Okay. Should be postponed to Wednesday then.
That's correct, my lord.
Okay. But at least all the information has been supplied now. Section 205, the discs, everything. SMSs.
That's correct, my lord. As far as I'm concerned, everything has been disclosed, except for what Mr. Ramos Sipile requested. The Standard Bank account only received some few documents relating to the account. However, the documents that we received from the bank, some of the pages are not visible enough, my lord. I did discuss that with Mr. Ramos Sipile as well, but we received some feedback shortly after we adjourned on Thursday. I will follow up with the investigation team as well on today after we have adjourned. However, the information that is requested regarding accused number 2 will not hinder the trial proceeding on Wednesday, my lord. It's one issue that is separate, my lord. Maybe Mr. Ramos
Sorry,
will
that
take-
information, to which period does it relate to?
My lord, it's from 2015 or 2020, somewhere there, because for the requested period, the 2014 period, accused did not hold an account with
So why should we have that information?
the request of the defense, my
Oh,
lord.
I see.
If it may please the court, my lord. My
Yes.
lord, the necessity of having that information is the following.
Yes.
The court will recall that Lieutenant Colonel Hose testified that there's a Standard Bank account linked to a particular number, which is 2772-505-7056, that is allegedly attributed to number 5. And
Yes.
accused number 5 has said he does not know that number, and there's a message from the bank that shows that that number received a transaction message after a transaction was conducted in Nongoma somewhere. But the number, because we want to see how is it related to the Standard Bank account. We are not going to dispute the transactions that are in that account because it's a newish account after the incident of the 26th of October 2014. The importance, therefore, is the number attributed to accused number 1, which will be relevant to the cell phone evidence that Mr. Hose is going to leave, because we dispute that that number belonged to accused number 5, and we've already stated that we requested the RICA documents to whom that number was registered to Mali. That's all in respect.
I understood you to say that that number was duplicated in respect of your client and some other person whom you say you spoke to.
I wouldn't say that much, my lord, because the person that is using the number is known to accused number 2. However, she says the number was registered and recorded in her name way back between 2015-16.
So they are friends or lovers?
They were former the latter category, my lord.
I see.
But the importance is this.
Yeah.
If it's registered in her name, how can it then be linked to Standard Bank so that he received the messages from that? That's my instructions according to him. It's never linked to this account. And furthermore, Host testified that this number was later ported to cell C, which accused number 2 denies that he's ever used the
Okay,
cell C.
I hear you.
If I may.
Yes, yes.
And further, my lord, as I say, in relation to the cell phone record that's going to be led, this number that is disputed, Host also testified, and I think he's going to repeat the same evidence again when it comes to say it is linked via communication to accused number 2 and 5, whom they allege is Lingisani. So we want to link that discrepancy up regarding these numbers.
Yes, Mr. Sibanda, is that it?
My lord, even then that is the case, I will try my best today to get the requested information from the bank, my lord. Just that the document that I have in front of me, we tried with Mr. Ramos to get the last 3 numbers. We can't make up what is it exactly.
But where is the bank?
Pardon?
Where is the bank situated?
I think it's in Johannesburg, my
So
lord.
what's the problem? I thought it was in England.
No, it's in Johannesburg, my lord. There's a procedure that has to be followed when
What?
this information is
They gave you information which is illegible.
indeed so.
So you phone them, hey, give me legible information.
My lord, I will request the investigating team just to get this aspect clarified.
Okay, on that note, we'll adjourn until Wednesday.